evening. Today is Monday, August 28th. We're here for a regular scheduled Board of Education meeting. We'll start tonight with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Thank you for coming tonight, and I apologize for keeping you waiting. We were in the superintendent's office this evening with a follow-up to our summer board retreat. We had a little bit of unfinished business as far as our communications presentation that Lauren presented to the board this evening, so I want to thank you for the time that you came tonight to do that, Lauren. Thank you. And we then had a very brief executive session. So we're going to go forward with our meeting tonight, and we will start with comments by the board members. Daj?
Hello, everyone. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their summer. Looking forward to an exciting new year in Tuckahoe, and good luck to all our student athletes that have been working hard this summer.
Pete?
Just to say hello, and I'm excited about the new school year as well. As a new board member, really kind of excited to see how it all goes and go through the whole process. And just wanted to take this opportunity just to urge everyone who's listening and watching to try and get as involved as possible with the capital improvement project, to do your research and pay attention to what's happening and give us your feedback in any way that you can. We're looking for the feedback. Thank you.
Cynthia? Thank you, Pete.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm looking forward actually to the new school year, and I'm sure all you students out there are as well. You have orientations coming up, so good luck with those. And I'm just excited to the new school year to come, and like Mr. Caston said, do your research and be informed on the capital improvement project.
Thanks. Rob?
Hello, everybody. I hope everyone enjoyed their summer so far, and looking forward to an exciting year as the kids begin school. Just to echo my fellow board members, I think it's really important here, especially at the beginning. There's a lot going on that everyone's paying attention. Be active. I think that there's a lot of great things going on at the school, but it's important that everyone pays attention and asks questions if they have any, and direct them to the appropriate people. Just a quick update on the athletics. I'm the liaison with the athletic department. Mr. Goldberg said that varsity sports are all underway, and that modified sports will begin upon the beginning of school on September 11th. If there are any questions in regards to any of the fall programs, they should contact Mr. Goldberg.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. Just a few words. Again, I was going to say the same exact thing regarding the capital project. We have worked over the summer. The board has met quite a few times. I encourage everyone to please go online, look up the updates. You will see the presentations from the last couple of meetings. It's very important for everyone to see where we are, to be engaged. I will say it's a little bittersweet for me. This is the first time in 16 years that I do not have children coming to school this year. And the years will fly by. I encourage everyone, every parent, to please be interested in your children's education, their experience here. You will gain from it. They will gain from it. There is so much to be said for being an active, involved parent in your children's education process. And as far as a community member, we are working on this project, and it is for the entire school community. So really, please, everyone, take an interest. You can email us. You can call us. You can call any questions you have. We're really, really, really looking for your support as we really kind of close up over the next couple of weeks. We will be talking about it a lot over the next few weeks, so please stay tuned. It's very, very important for the future of our school district.
Great. Good evening. Just to let you know that we had a lot of work and a lot of exciting things happen over the summer. A lot of facilities upgrades. We did the bulk of the work at Cottle. We had to redesign a few classrooms for special education, to create space for special education. We relocated the music room, and we did have our custodian in charge at the high school, Howard Williamson, resigned at the end of July, and we wish Howard well, of course. But our custodians, I really have to compliment them. They pulled together. We had a great group of high school students that the board approved, and I thank the board because I must say they made a world of difference. They worked so hard, and when everyone arrives back, teachers on Friday, and then students, of course, on Wednesday, I think people will take notice. The buildings are really shaping up and look beautiful. Last week, the administrators had 2 full days of a retreat. They were trained in APPR, they were trained in school safety, we did goal setting, and it was a very productive 2-day retreat. This Friday, we have teachers coming back for professional development, and then again on Tuesday, right after Labor Day. New teachers actually arrive tomorrow, and I believe we have around 16 or 17 new staff members. We're excited. They have a full day of training tomorrow, and then on Wednesday, they have a full day of technology training on instructional technology and all of the great things that we have in place here, and 2 of our teachers will be running that. So exciting things happening. On a separate note, I have some good news for the board on the development of the exchange of Siwanoy Boulevard for some use of our facilities with the town of Eastchester. We exchanged proposals, and the town attorney, Lou Rita, currently is writing up an intermunicipal agreement. So we're agreeing to commit to some use of our buildings with the town. There's reciprocity. The town does an awful lot for the schools. We could not have a baseball program without them. They help us out in many, many emergency situations, and we use fields, we use tennis courts, we use their golf course at Lake Isle. So I think this is a win-win for the school, and in exchange for our commitment, we will be able to take ownership of Siwanoy Boulevard from Crawford right up until the first residential house. But that is where our students, we have 600 plus students that cross nearly every day. So this is good news. The lawyers will work out the details of this agreement, and I hope to bring that to the board in September. We have our September board meeting, and then shortly after that, there's a few procedural things that the town needs to do, but that looks like it's a go. So that's my good news.
That's great news, wonderful.
And I'll end on that note. I just ask our students to be prepared and come back, and we're excited to see you next week on Wednesday.
Great. Okay, Lee, you have any comments?
I'd just like to piggyback on what Carl has said about the summer work. We did a lot of work this summer, and a lot of maintenance, a lot of new work. The buildings are wrapping up their summer work and will be ready for students next week. I think the buildings look great, and I really want to compliment our custodial staff for working very hard this summer to get everything ready and to do the additional work that needed to be done to work with all the contractors that were in and out throughout the summer. In addition, the business office, we completed our audit, and the board will be hearing the results of that very shortly. Starting in September, we'll meet with the audit committee, and then in October, the auditors will present to the full Board of Education. So everything went well with that, and I want to thank the business office for their hard work this summer in doing all the purchasing and getting all the supplies ready for students, as well as working with our auditors and getting everything ready for school to start. So thank you.
Great, thank you, Lee. Comments by the PTA. I see Allison's here. Allison?
Hello. We are really excited to start the school year. We've got a ton going on. And I've been working tirelessly over the summer to get some great new programs going. I've met with both of our new principals, and they're fantastic. I'm really looking forward to working with them this year. This past Wednesday, we had our kindergarten bus orientation. We had a great showing of families, and it was a lot of fun to see all their excitement. September 9th, the PTA is hosting a kindergarten welcome picnic on the kindergarten playground from 11 to 1. We'll have a magician, and we'll be supplying dessert and refreshments, and it's bring your own lunch. We will also be starting our registration next week for our after-school programs. This year, we're continuing with our K through 12 PTA dance program. We do have a new director for that. It's Miss Lauren Galdino, who was doing the middle school dance for many years. She's our new director. And we are really excited to offer 2 new programs. One is we're partnering with Curious on the Hudson to provide STEAM enrichment-based classes. Those are for students in grades K through 8. It will be classes such as Curious Cooks, coding, a maker's class, gaming development, lots of fun stuff. And also, new this year, we're going to be partnering with Young at Arts to provide a theater and drama-based program from students second grade to fifth grade. And that will be a year-long program, and they'll do several performances. And that's it. We're just ready to start. Thanks.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Allison.
Carl, for the update on the street. That's fantastic, and I really hope that everything works out well with that, because it's very much needed.
Thank you, I
Thank you.
agree.
Thank you. Okay, Tuckahoe School Foundation, do you know if we have anything
Yeah,
around?
just a quick update on that. I know the foundation has met as a committee, and they are begin their planning on the casino night. I do not know the date, but it's in November, and they're working on those plans. So I guess once they have that, invitations will go out to all the families in the community. And it's usually a great night. It's their big fundraiser for the year. So additional information will be forthcoming.
Great, thank you. Okay, this is the first recognition of the audience. If there's anyone who'd like to say anything on agenda items only. Okay. So there'll be another opportunity, but we'll go forward with the consent agenda. Okay, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Daj, second. Pete? Discussion? All in favor? Okay, now we have the policy adoption. This is actually the adoption of the two policies that we have had multiple readings of at the last couple of meetings. So tonight we will vote on the adoption. Lauren, is there something specific that we have to do for the adoption, or?
No, just the motion resolved to adopt.
Okay, resolve to adopt amended policy 4526 and 4526R, Computer Network for Education. Motion? P, second. Daj, discussion?
Just a quick question. I noticed on the attachments there, it's highlighted yellow. Is that the change?
Those are the changes.
Those are the
Yeah.
changes. So that, I mean, it's minor changes.
Yeah, they're minor technical changes, but I think they improve the policy. So for example, Computer Network for Education, it requires that the superintendent, in conjunction with our Director of Facilities and Finance, Ms. Liu, as well as the Assistant Superintendent and the principals, all work together and collaborate on the purchase of new technology. So I think it just ensures that everyone has a voice in deciding what is the best need for the district.
And then the second policy was about password, I guess, is a password reset every 90 days. Is that also for the students, or is that just the administration?
That is staff. This is
Staff.
specific to staff, and it protects us, of course. So every 90 days, you're required. It's a bit of a burden, but safety is first, and it protects our district from any hacking or things such as that.
Okay, all in favor? Number 2, declaration of lead agency pursuant to New York State Environmental Quality Review Act. Do we have to read the whole resolution here? Yes, okay. 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 Whereas the Board of Education of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District is considering undertaking a project consisting of additions and alterations to the Cottle Elementary School and alterations to the Tuckahoe Middle High School. And whereas said project will include building and site construction and renovations to the identified facilities of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District and will require approval of the bond referendum by the voters of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District, and whereas the decision to both approve and fund an action of this type constitutes a Type 1 action under the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, otherwise known as SECRA. And whereas at its July 17, 2017 meeting, the Board of Education declared its intention to serve as lead agency for purposes of a coordinated review of the project under SECRA. And whereas on July 18th, 2017, the architect of Tuckahoe Union Free School District, on behalf of Tuckahoe Union Free School District, circulated a notice of declaration of intent to be lead agency with Environmental Assessment Form Part 1 to the following involved and interested agencies. Involved agencies: 1, New York State Education Department, and 2, New York State Office of Parks, Recreation, and Historic Preservation. Involved agencies: 1, New York State I read that already. I'm sorry. Interested agencies: 1, Town of Eastchester Highway Department; 2, Department of Public Works of Westchester County; 3, Westchester County Planning Board; and 4, New York State Department of Transportation. And whereas 30 days have elapsed since the circulation of the aforementioned notice of declaration of intent to be lead agency, and no objection to the Board of Education's assumption of lead agency status has been received. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby formally declares itself to be the lead agency for the aforementioned project pursuant to SECRA. Is there a motion? Pete, second. Cynthia. Discussion. Maybe Lee, you want to kind of walk us through that a little bit?
This is basically just required filings for the board to take the lead on determining whether there are environmental or historical reasons for any of the projects we're considering to be reviewed, and to get approval by the state on those as well. And this doesn't obligate the board in any way to do any type of resolution later in the year, but it's required in the timeline of possibly doing a capital project referendum.
Okay, and what is the timeline? So when will we know, after how much time?
I think, Lauren, you might have those dates specifically, but I believe, I would have to check, but it's approximately 45 days
45
from the
days.
point that we do this one to the
Okay.
point that we can put a resolution to the public, but I would have to get the specific
Okay.
dates for you.
Okay,
I didn't
but
bring
it's,
them
I
with
think,
me.
I believe you're correct. It was in the timeline that the architects had presented to us at the last
Exactly.
board meeting. Okay, and that's actually the reason why we're
Yes.
taking action tonight, so that we
Tonight.
can move forward with that.
Exactly.
Okay, all in favor? I'm
Yeah,
sorry, do you
and
want to
just,
answer
I
that?
just pulled up the timeline, Michelle, so, yeah, we're accepting the AF tonight, and then as early as September 18th, we could pass the SECRA resolution if we decide to do that. And right now, the board has tentatively set aside October 2nd as a possible date where we would approve the bond referendum. So that is our tentative timeline. It may change slightly, but that would fit into all the state requirements.
Okay. Okay, anything else? Anyone? All in favor? Okay, all right, I think that's a good first move there, so we're moving forward, and that's great. Extend a contract. Resolve to approve one-year extension of food service contract with Aramark Educational Services, LLC, through the 2017-18 school year at 1.8% CPI. Is motion? Dodge, second. Pete, discussion? All in favor? Approve an agreement. Resolution to approve a staffing agreement with Maximum Staffing Solutions for the 2017-18 school year for supplemental staffing services at the rate below not to exceed $20,000. RN, $55 an hour, LPN, $45 an hour. Is there a motion? Dodge, second. P, discussion?
Basically, I'd just like to mention that this is the agency that provides registered nurses for when one of our nurses may be out absent. We've used them for many years. They're reliable. They have some high-quality nurses, and this is a standard thing that we approve every year.
All in favor? Okay, personnel, accept a resignation. Resolve to accept the resignation of Amanda Avery effective August 28th, 2017. Is there a motion? Dodge, second. Cynthia, discussion? All in favor? Number 2, resolved on the recommendation of the Superintendent of Schools, the Board of Education of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby appoints Doreen Pinto to the position of Secretary to School Principal effective August 29th, 2017, with a probationary period of 26 weeks from August 29th, 2017 through March 6, 2018. Ms. Pinto shall be assigned to the William E. Cottle School and placed on Step 5 of Secretary's salary schedule. Is there a motion? P, second. Daj, discussion. All in favor? Number 3. Appoint a secretary to school principal. Resolved on the recommendation of the superintendent of schools, the Board of Education of the Tuckahoe Union Free School District hereby appoints Antoinette Martino to the position of secretary to school principal effective July 21st, 2017, with a probationary period of 26 weeks from July 21st, 2017 to January 18th, 2018. Ms. Martino shall be assigned to the Tuckahoe High School and placed on Step 12 of the Secretary's salary schedule. Is there a motion? Okay, I was going to suggest that we table this, so I don't know if I have to amend a motion, or do we first motion on the first reading? After 6 years, I'm still asking questions, so I'm not sure.
Motion to table.
Motion to table. Okay, so I'm going to motion to table actually number 3 and number 4 collectively. And that is just to let the public know, we've just asked for a little additional information there, and after that's received, we will put this back on. So is there a motion to table? Pete, second. Cynthia. Discussion? All in favor? Okay. So now we're going to go to number 5, appoint a nurse. Resolved on recommendation of the superintendent to appoint Dana Moorhan to a probationary appointment effective October 2nd, 2017 through October 1st, 2018 as a nurse at the Tuckahoe Middle School, High School on Step 6 of the CSEA salary schedule. So motion. Cynthia, second. Pete, discussion?
I will just say, we had a very late resignation from Ms. Godston, our middle high school nurse, accepted a different position. So we were very pleased when we met Ms. Moorhan. There was a search process led by our Director of Health, Phys Ed, and Athletics, and she was clearly, in our opinion, the most qualified person. She has extensive experience. She's worked with the pediatrician's office for quite some time and has a lot of responsibility there, but is willing to make this transition to public school, and we were very pleased. So I'm happy to bring her forward to the board this evening, and she'll be starting with us, though she has to give notice, and we do respect that she has a relationship with her current employer, and it's very positive. So she'll be giving notice and starting with us on October 2nd.
Okay. All in favor? Accept a resignation, resolve to... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Hi, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Best of luck to
Hi,
you.
thank you so
Welcome.
much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So when you get a call from the nurse's office, now you know who's calling. Okay. Number 6, accept a resignation. Resolve to accept the resignation of Lucia DiStefano as a monitor effective August 28th, 2017. Is there a motion? Pete, second. Daj, discussion? All in favor? Appoint a teacher's aide. Resolved on recommendation of the superintendent of schools to appoint Lucia DiStefano to a probationary appointment effective September 1st, 2017 through August 31st, 2018 as a teacher's aide at William E. Cottle School on Step 4 of the CSEA salary schedule. Is there a motion? Pete, second. Cynthia, discussion? All in favor? Number 8, appoint a teacher's aide. Resolved on recommendation of the superintendent of school to appoint Teresa Lociano to... Liacano, to a probationary appointment effective September 1st, 2017 through August 31st, 2018 as teacher aide at William E. Cottle School on Step 2 of the CSEA salary schedule. Is there a motion? Dodge, second. Pete, discussion?
No, I did, just because there are a lot of teacher aides appointments, I didn't know if you wanted to elaborate a little. Are these new positions? Are they existing positions?
We had some movement. You may recall last meeting, we had some of our
Right.
assistants. One teaching assistant, in fact, was promoted to a teacher. Some aides were promoted to TAs, so that created these vacancies. We also did open 2 new special education programs, both at Cottle School. And in fact, the renovations that Ms. Lou spoke about, we had to split up a classroom and create 2 smaller classrooms, both for ABA programs. So these individuals will be working in those programs and serving our children with special needs.
Okay, all in favor? Number 9, appoint teacher's aide. Resolved on recommendation of the superintendent of schools to appoint Elise Bula to a probationary appointment effective September 11th, 2017 through August 31st, 2018 as a teacher's aide at William E. Cottle School on Step 4 prorated of the CSEA salary schedule. Is there a motion? Pete, second. Dodge, discussion? All in favor? Okay, now we have a second recognition of the audience. If there's anyone who'd like to say anything else. No. Okay, we are not going to adjourn because we're going to go back into executive session, and we will see you again at our September workshop, which is September...
Look at my calendar. Ms. Trull, the workshop is the 11th? Yes.
September 11th.
Workshop on the
Okay,
11th. general
September
meeting on
11th.
the 18th.
And again, please, I urge everyone to please update yourself, inform yourself on the capital project. We did do a lot of work over the summer. We'd really like the community's input, so please take a look and see where we are with that. And again, we will discuss it again on the 11th. Thank you.